Philadelphia Orchestra is collaborating with the Israeli government in a planned performance tour in Israel at the beginning of June 2018. Over 100 musicians, writers, scholars, and human rights activists, as well as unions and social justice organizations, have called on the orchestra to cancel their trip. They did so in a letter in support of the Palestinian call for a global cultural boycott of Israel, modeled after the anti-apartheid boycott of South Africa. The letter asked that the orchestra do no harm by allowing their art to whitewash ongoing Israeli crimes. One of the examples the letter called out was a planned meeting with Miri Regev, the Minister of Culture and Sport in Israel. Miri Regev referred to African asylum seekers as a, quote, cancer, unquote. Following an uproar, she later apologized to cancer patients for the association with Black people. About Africans, she said, quote, heaven forbid, I did not talk about human beings, and I did not compare them to human beings, unquote. Regev also posted a video of herself with Israeli football fans chanting genocidal slogans at Palestinians, like, quote, burn your village, unquote. She also introduced a loyalty and culture legislation, which would deny funding for activities that, quote, contravene the principles of the state, unquote. Faced with the indifference of the Philadelphia Orchestra, Philadelphia citizens protested outside the Kimmel Center after one of their concerts on Friday, April 6th. The next day, Regev's name was removed from the published itinerary. But the whole trip is problematic because it's meant to divert attention from Israeli war crimes. For example, a 2017 United Nations investigative report concluded, quote, evidence supports beyond a reasonable doubt the proposition that Israel is guilty of imposing an apartheid regime on the Palestinian people, which amounts to the commission of a crime against humanity, unquote. So, in 2018, the Philadelphia Orchestra has scheduled a day trip to an Israeli military base. And that's not the only military meeting or visit during this tour. All while the same military is using snipers to pick off unarmed protesters living in Gaza, the largest open-air prison in the world. We urge you to let the Philadelphia Orchestra know that it's not okay to use Philadelphia's art and music to cover up Israel's violent repression of the indigenous Palestinian people.